And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Utah Jazz as they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at their home Target Center. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge. And a look at the recent power rankings. Some interesting stories here in the early part of December. They're obviously disappointed with how things are going. Momentum working right now against them.
And when you look at the Timberwolves, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. And for Minnesota, they've got Towns. Russell is out there with Beasley. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. Like right around the halfway mark, and some players starting to feel a little bit beat up, taking those bumps and bruises. Is it hard to decide which injuries to play through versus the ones that make you sit and miss a game?
You know, I don't think so. If you're a younger player, it may be a little more difficult, but as you've spent time in the league, you know your body. You understand what's an ache and a pain and something you can play with, or an injury that really hampers you. So I think as you mature in the league, it becomes much easier to know what's an injury and what's something that you can work through.
That word tolerance becomes pretty important, doesn't it?
Yeah, and everybody's a little different in that regard, Kevin. Some guys have a high tolerance, others have a low or moderate. But again, it's about knowing your body.
Minnesota shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Conley gets the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Okogie. Here's Russell. A solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? To get to the next level, they've got to answer that question.
Here is Russell. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Towns, no luck.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Conley against Russell. The pass to Mitchell. Fires the 3. Doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Nice shot by Gobert.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Okogie, the pass to Towns. Beasley outside. Shot from 12. And again, it's Minnesota.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Excellent D there from Beasley.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Towns against Ingles. Here's a Kogi. Kept alive. Here's Johnson. Can't get it to fall. The Jazz have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. O'Neal passes to Conley. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Well, you look at Mike Conley. He's been around a long time, folks, double-digit years. Does a little bit of everything out there, and outstanding, not only in the locker room, but also in the community, too. Just 5-star in every way.
First free throw is good.
And already over a decade in the league for Mike Conley. He never got past the numbers game to make the All-Star team in the crowded Western Conference, but make no mistake about it, Conley is star caliber.
And Conley drops them both. And Greg, you talk to Conley, he'll admit he has been frustrated trying to break through and get that recognition.
Still, the way he plays the game, not focused on his individual numbers, unselfish, and focused on what the team needs to win.
And the basket by Okogie.
I guess Towns got a little bit of point guard in him. The big fella with a beautiful dime right there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Ryan Saunders had a few moments to share. Asked about their focus coming in, he said they've always spent time watching tape of Mike Conley, who remains one of the more underappreciated players in the league. Kevin, when he gets going, they continue to be a handful.
All right, David, thanks.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Utah trailing here. Pass to Mitchell. Looking for Conley. He gets it there. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft. That deal took place.
I'll tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
And the first one at the line is good. And Conley drops them both. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Towns. To the inside. And the dunk by Towns.
An absolute beast in the pick and roll. Towns rolls off ready to score. He doesn't disappoint either.
Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Beasley against Mitchell. Outside Conley. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws.
That's his first.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
You know, they needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
and he makes the first.
And you ask around, his coaches and teammates love Donovan Mitchell. The way he carries himself, really infectious, upbeat, but also a born competitor.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Omari Spellman comes in for James Johnson. And Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie. And Mitchell drops them both. And going into the 2017 draft, Mitchell was a sleeper. Maybe even bragged to himself he wasn't sure he was ready to make that leap.
And you know, Kevin, it was the NBA players he was working out with in the summertime who told him, man, you're ready right now. And a season that saw him second in Rookie of the Year votes validated that and built his confidence.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Layman's checked in. Russell against Conley. Russell kicks to Culver. 5 to shoot. Gobert with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Jazz ball.
For the Jazz. Davis comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's George Niang in for Mitchell. Clarkson finds Gobert. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Clarkson. And too long on the shot. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Now here's Culver. He's covered by Clarkson. Russell, no good. Jazz have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Turner's checked in for Minnesota. And Utah also making a switch. Houdier's checked in. Culver with the steal. Passes it to Turner. And there's the pass to Spellman. He kicks it to Culver. Launches it. Just 5 on the clock. That shot off. And Utah the other way now. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
Here's Turner following the basket by Emmanuel Moody. And it's Towns missing. Moutier looking around. And the 3 ball is good. Now it's a 5-point Utah lead.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Timeout called. First of the game for Minnesota. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those 2 needs better than anyone in the league.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. The Jazz second.
They're so aware defensively. I mean, an opportunistic group in terms of forcing miscues and getting out in transition. And boy, do they do a great job of taking advantage.
Culver passes to Towns. Turner against Clarkson. Trying to end the drought. They get it back. And it's Towns missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Niang. Kicks to Clarkson. Over Turner. Second chance effort. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second first.
Utah shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
He misses the free throw. We have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best who have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwyane Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Gobert down low. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Here's Culver. Rudy Gobert picking up that last basket. Spellman the pass to Turner. Shoots over Clarkson. Shot's good by Turner.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Beasley against Clarkson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, one of those rare second-round picks who played well immediately. Clarkson was first-team All-Rookie and continues to develop.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
1:10 left in the first quarter. Pass to Spellman. Great D that time from Davis. Jazz leading by 4. Moutier pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Pass to Spellman. Dishes it to Turner. It's Beasley on the wing. Defended by Gobert. 4 on the clock. It's good. 9 points for Beasley.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Moutier. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City. To the middle. Here's Davis. He feeds it to Gobert. Passes to Niang. Second chance shot, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. The Jazz have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Turner with it. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Rudy Gobert, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Utah. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent. We have great veterans. We have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Culver out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Turner. And it's Wayman in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Now here's Beasley following the shot by Ed Davis. Now Culver. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Phoenix. Another shot, and it's good on the way in. Culver's got his first bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, Culver has an array of moves once he gets into the paint.
And the pass to Clarkson. Back to Moutier, and the officials call it for a 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Timberwolves. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And, of course, the Jazz, 2.5 games back.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pack.
Now here's Beasley. He's got 11. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And here are the numbers for Turner. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contribution.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Here's Davis. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. The Timberwolves trail. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Loads it up for Beasley. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Get this break in the action. Let's find out which rookies have been lighting it up from downtown this month. 5th best, Jarrett Culver.
You know, coming into the NBA, you knew he could stroke it from long range. And over the past month, he's shown us exactly that.
Just a high level of efficiency. That's the key. I mean, quality of shots he takes, but also his fundamentals. Anyone can host a launch party. This guy is consistent ATM.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Lehman. Okogie comes in for Turner. And it's Russell in for Malik Beasley. Utah also making some changes. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. And it's Mike Conley in for Moutier. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Outside Conley. Trying to get something going. No good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Culver. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, and how about another trait for Culver? That elite body control, even through contact, special.
Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, there's so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams. But, you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in that Warriors attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his third foul so far. Conley kicks to Davis. Pass to O'Neal. The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell's shot is good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Towns. Utah with the rebound. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. A steal. Okogie, the pass to Russell. Lays it up and banks it in. Russell's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Well, you know, this is just who Russell is, in my opinion, guys. A very assertive and confident player who looks to score the ball as much as he can.
Now, here's Ingles. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Chalk up 2 there.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Pass to Towns. Russell against Mitchell. And it goes down 2 points. Russell's got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And, you know, you look at the floater, it's an effective shot for Russell. But when he doesn't want to go all the way to the rack, you got to have that in your book bag.
Mitchell right through the D for the layup. Mitchell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Now, here is Russell. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Tries again, and Towns lays it in.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed. And he's got excellent timing as well and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
Now here is Conley. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Drains the three-pointer. 9 points for Donovan Mitchell. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside, Russell. Steps back and shoots. Good. Russell's got 8 points.
Guys, that was really nice work mixing in this shot. When Russell is squared up and shooting with confidence, which is most of the time, he can bury it.
Now here's Conley. He has 6. To the paint. Here's Ingles. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. Davis down low, defended by Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And that one falls for Davis. Omari Spellman has come in for Minnesota. And Utah with a change here, too. Gobert, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And both free throws good for Davis. Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journey.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Really left alone, that's Okogie's got 6.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defender something extra to think about.
Now here's Conley. He has 6. Nice shot by Gobert. 10 points for him. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Russell. 10 points for him. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Turner's checked in. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Knocks it loose. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ingles. That one misses. Good work defensively by Turner. Timberwolves trail. Johnson outside. Here's Okogie. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Minnesota shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Layman, he's checked in for Johnson. Utah also making some changes. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Utah's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Passes it to Moutier. And here's Gobert. Clock at 6. Lets the three fly. And Layman pulls it down.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Minnesota. And both free throws good for Evan Turner.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 10. Another miss by Utah. Timberwolves leading by 4. Now, here is Russell. The pass to Spellman. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Timberwolves have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
2 shots.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Jazz trail by 6.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Moutier dishes to Mitchell. Over Beasley. Here's Gobert. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Gobert's got 12.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Down low, here's Layman, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Niang picks to Moutier. Pass to Mitchell. Here's Niang, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Minnesota leading by 4. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Russell against Moutier. Jacks up a 3. Spellman with the bucket. Spellman's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Mitchell wide open. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They've got the 7-point lead. How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward. Jazz trail by 7. Mitchell looking it over. Count that one. Mitchell's got the first basket of the third quarter for Utah.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Conley's shot is off. Minnesota leading by 5. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Russell with the 3, and again, Minnesota with the triple.
Guys, absolutely feeling it. When Russell heats up, showtime.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Gobert finds Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And Wade to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 13. Here's Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Towns has got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Russell against Conley. Inside, Gobert. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
That's his 5th.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
And the Timberwolves making a change here.
Rudy Gobert.
Spellman's checked in. Gobert, no good on that free throw. Timberwolves leading by 6. Okogie, the pass to Russell. And no good. Good D by Mitchell. Jazz have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Over in the corner, Conley. Pass to Ingles. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket. 8 points for Mike Conley.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Passes it to Spellman. Here's a Kogi. Kicks it out to Beasley. They double him with Mitchell. Beasley against Mitchell. From about 16. And again, it's Minnesota converting. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. And it's Conley penetrating. Gobert trying to get open. Conley's shot is off.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Outside, Russell. The pass to Beasley. Shoots a fader. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Johnson. And it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Mitchell. Spellman with the rebound. Spellman's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's a Kogi, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Nice D from Russell. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game. From 11 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. Russell's got 17 now.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Yeah, and his shot selection, iffy at best tonight. A lot of forced, contested shots this game. He'll be lucky if he just gets a talking to here instead of a ticket to the bench.
Kiss my horn. At this point, I already got the bag. Chasing what I already had up in the way. I made a whole career, I'll be having to save. Then they turn their back on me and I forgave. Now they my sons, I did not sign up to raise. At least behave. See, I got Grammys on Grammys, I got awards all in my crib. Beanie Houdinis who wanted me to disappear. They wanna replace me, how you replace top tier. You ain't no pencil, you just been here for a year. Yeah. Trying to stunt on me. Most of your career is just a month for me. The last couple years been a slump for you. Now you mad that I got the one up on you. Yeah. Ain't nobody know now.
Some changes for Minnesota. Layman, he's checked in for Malik Beasley. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. Now here's Conley. He's got 8. Pass to Mitchell. They need this. Another miss by Utah.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, here's a look at stats for Conley. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 12 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
No good on that one. Evan Turner, he's checked in for James Johnson. Then for the Jazz, Davis comes in for Mitchell, and it's Moutier in for Mike Conley. And the second free throw, good. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
And Utah turns it over again. Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Rudy Gobert is second.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
Here's Okogie. He's covered by Clarkson. Count that bucket. Okogie's got 7 now in this quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And the Jazz call time here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Making a switch here. Ingles is checked in. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Mitchell.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Gobert dishes to Ingles. Pass to Clarkson. They get it back. They need this one. Gobert can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Here's Clarkson following the score by Jarrett Culver. Turner against Clarkson. And that one, good.
You know, the defense was there, but Clarkson fearless inside.
Timberwolves leading by 15. Passes it to Okogie. Here's Spellman. He's covered by Clarkson. Spellman the pass to Okogie. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Ingles against Turner. Here's Clarkson. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Here's Okogie. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
Clarkson. Gobert the pass to Niang. Clarkson on the wing. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. This one for 3. Up again, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
A shot by Culver, nobody around. Off target there with the little leaner. Jazz trail by 15. There's the pass to Niang. Swiped away. One-on-one fast break. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got 20 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Niang picks to Moutier. Now, here's Clarkson. He's covered closely, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Friday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Tuesday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And that game against the Hawks, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one.
First free throw is good. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Minnesota. And a switcher also for Utah. Mitchell's checked in. And both free throws good for Clarkson. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Towns. Pass to Okogie. Lets a floater go. Good D by Mitchell. And so Clarkson will bring it up for Utah. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Turner.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And here's Moutier. He's got 5. Mitchell with it. Over Culver. And it's in. Oh, wow. He nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. James Johnson is out there with Culver. Then it's Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Beasley in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now, here's Mitchell. And that one drops for him. Mitchell's got 19 points.
And you know he's finishing when he gets that close. Count it.
Now, here's Culver. He's covered by Clarkson. Culver dishes to Towns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact.
Shooting
and gets the whistle.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And he knocks down the first one.
I think this is one of the great strengths in Towns' game. Very reliable shooter from the foul line. Forces the defense not to be too anxious to send him to the stripe.
And Towns drops them both.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Shot clock at 6. Conley with the 3, and Culver pulls it down.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Shoots the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
The first one falls, and the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. And a switcher also for Utah. O'Neal's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And Mitchell drops them both. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Pass to Towns. Feeds it to Johnson. Over Ingles. Johnson gets the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 13. Jazz shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Conley the pass to Gobert. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And Gobert kicks to Conley. Poked away.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Jazz trail by 13. Mitchell left side. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Beasley the pass to Okogie. Passes it to Towns. Outside Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Now the pass to Okogie. 3-pointer on the way. Ingles with the rebound. And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Mitchell, and again it's Utah.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Okogie, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with the chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Conley against Russell. Mitchell right side. No one near Conley as he lets it go. Sinks the triple.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise! closer. Put that Billy to the limit, you can try to hold up. Spin it, tell me when I'm pulling up in that 2 dog diamonds, different color. Uno, all these hundreds on me, money in my pocket look like sumo. I got money out there. Kick it like it's judo. And when we get in mode, I'ma Cujo. Heard they tryna steal away, cut it out, cut it out. Spicy mommy's on the way. So mama, she let away, I cut it out. Hey, talk to me nice, show you what deep in it bout. Whoa, pipe down. First we shut them down, then we open up shop. Running around just in case y'all forgot. They been tryna stop the way, but the way don't stop. Uptown, baby, I was down, but they see I'm up now, baby. Head high, cause I'm holding up my crown, baby. Never told, even through.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Ryan Saunders' huddle. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Okogie. Now Mitchell. Banked in off the glass. Mitchell's got 18 points just in the second half.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
With some arc, they get the rebound. Towns. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
You know, great rebound there. What you have to like about Towns, I mean, he puts forth the effort. He gives you the work, and that's a big part of being successful. You got to work it.
Anthony Towns.
Jazz trail by 9. And the Jazz call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Fans, the loudest section gets free t-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
I've been away for a while. I'm in the band in town. Debating about who is the greatest. What you debating about? Thinking for clout, I know. Who ran in your house without staking it out if you ain't really bout that you say you about? I went a different route. I just go pivot the couch. I just envision the count, then I go get that amount. I got a beautiful house, but honestly, I skip the town every time that the temperature down. So someone dissed me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. Cause next thing was crazy is that it's somebody I probably knew. Me, I don't get it, no clue. That just you don't do. That just a more I add to the list. I can't get no energy too. I thought you put it on the wear. You don't want everyone to wear. I just had to lead the hood cause treated me like a celeb. I just went and cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real cause that's really not what they say. I gotta smile, but honestly, I put my boy. Sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while. I'm in the boat.
Here's Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 29.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Russell looking around. He had stolen by Ingles. And now Ingles pushing it up. No one back to stop him. It's good.
Yeah, what a nice play. Just a coaster-coaster by himself off of that steal.
Wolves at the line, shooting 1. Joe Ingles.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Pass to Okogie. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here is Russell. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Boy, I like the way Russell used his body there, finishing through contact, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play opportunity.
Free throw, no good for Russell.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Russell. And now a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Now, here's Mitchell. Ingles dishes to Gobert. Gobert double-teamed. 5 on the clock. Here's Conley. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Beasley, the pass to Towns. Goes back up. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Yeah, the first half was 1 to deep 6 or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Conley finds Mitchell. The shot missing. Excellent D there from Beasley. Timberwolves leading by 8. Here's Johnson. O'Neal with the rebound. O'Neal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Gobert. Down low. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Utah, Joe Ingles. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 17 points was their biggest margin. Now, here is Russell. Takes the 13-footer, and it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Russell. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, I like how quickly he threw the bounce pass there. Hard to defend against that.
Utah calls timeout.
Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes, a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Mitchell against Beasley. Mitchell outside to the middle. Here's Gobert. Towns with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
It's Russell with the drive.
Attacking on the drive, and that's going to give Russell some free throws this time.
Personal foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Russell. Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Utah here with the ball. They trail by 11. Beasley against Mitchell. He kicks to Gobert. Gobert double-teamed. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball call.
And the Jazz with possession here. Ingles finds Mitchell. A shot's good on the assist by Ingles. 33 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Russell against Conley. And there's the feed to Towns. Over Gobert. Hits the outside fadeaway. 17 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
The inside-outside game of Towns, very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
Now, here's Mitchell. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Pass-eating. Russell passes to Okogie. It's Russell with the drive. And he banks in the layup. Russell's got 15 points in just the second half.
Big guard, nice handle. D'Angelo can take you a number of ways off the drive.
Mitchell against Beasley. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 35 in the game.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Timberwolves.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Shooting one.
.30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Reed. Over Bradley. Off the left rim and out. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
It's good from beyond the arc. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and now we've got the intentional foul.
That's his fourth personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Reed. At the line for two,
he drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Utah calls timeout. They're down by 6. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the strikes, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
Mitchell kicks to Conley. Can't connect from long distance. And so the Timberwolves take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.